The GOP tax plan on the cusp of becoming law diverges wildly from the promises President Donald Trump and top advisors said they would deliver for the middle class, an evolution that shows how traditional Republican orthodoxy swamped Trump's distinctive brand of economic populism as it moved through Washington. The bill was supposed to deliver benefits predominantly to average working families, not corporations, with a 35% tax cut Trump proposed on the campaign trail as part of the Middle Class Tax Relief and Simplification Act. The largest tax reductions are for the middle class, who have been forgotten, Trump said in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, on October 22, 2016. But the final product is looking much different, the result of a partisan policy-making process that largely took place behind closed doors, faced intense pressure from corporate lobbyists, and ultimately fell in line with GOP wish lists. As top lawmakers from the House and the Senate now rush to complete negotiations to push the tax plan into law, it amounts to a massive corporate tax cut, with uneven, and temporary, benefits for the middle class that could end up increasing taxes for many working families in future years. All told, the plan would cut taxes for businesses by $1 trillion, would cut an additional $100 billion in changes to the estate tax for the wealthy, and spreads the remaining $300 billion over 10 years among all households at every income level. If President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans end up paying for their proposed $1.4 trillion tax cut by reducing spending or raising taxes later on, most Americans making less than $86,000 would be worse off, according to a new report by the Tax Policy Center, a nonpartisan think tank. If President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans end up paying for their proposed $1.4 trillion tax cut by reducing spending or raising taxes later on, most Americans making less than $86,000 would be worse off, according to a new report by the Tax Policy Center, a nonpartisan think tank. White House officials defend the tax bill emerging from the House and Senate negotiations, saying it follows through on Trump's long-held promise of benefits for the middle class through a combination of exempting more income from taxation, expanding a tax credit benefiting families, and cutting business taxes in a way that will flow through to workers in the form of higher wages. The middle class gets a tremendous benefit, Trump said Wednesday. Yet a review of more than 40 public statements that stretch back to the 2016 campaign and interviews with key officials in the White House and Congress shows how Trump and his top advisors have continuously prioritized corporate cuts, even though they have promised that middle-class cuts would be their focus. As the House and Senate begin to reconcile their different tax bills, they will have to sort through many little-known provisions that appear designed more to achieve policy goals or reward key lawmakers than deliver tax savings. Here's a look at some of the standouts, and their prospects for being